What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. So it looks like Richard Schaefer, he's moving full steam ahead, and he recently formed his company, Ringstar Promotions, Ringstar Sports. It's his own promotional company after he left Goldenboy. Now, there was a no-compete clause in his contract that he had to serve, meaning that a lot of contracts do this. If you are an exec or president with a certain company, and you resign or get fired or whatever the situation is, a lot of times they have a non-compete clause, so you don't enter the business, like, you know what I mean, steal concepts and just start your own shit, you know what I mean, for a period of time. Now obviously they can't stop you forever, but he was waiting that out. That's why you look at fights like Mayweather Pacquiao, Richard Schaefer was nowhere to be involved, and he has a good relationship with Mayweather. But Les Moonves, Bob Arum, and Al Heyman and all them had to get that fight together without Richard Schaefer because he was doing, it's not a suspension, but that non-complete clause, he was still within that period of time, so he couldn't do anything publicly. But now he has his first official fight, and it's a good one, and it's the main event. Jesus Cuellar defending his WBA, I believe, championship, featherweight championship against veteran Abner Mares. Co-main is Jermall Charlo versus Julian J. Rock Williams, who's been waiting for this opportunity. So for Richard Schaefer to get a fight like this, a double header, that's a pretty big fight to be able to, and that's a good thing. People forget Al Heyman is not a promoter, he's an advisor, and people were suing him saying he's acting like a promoter and manager and all this stuff. But Top Rank settled their lawsuit and they're already doing a fight. They're doing in Omaha, they're having like a head-to-head with John Molina and Terrence Crawford. That's big news for the sport of boxing. And this is a big splash, a big fight card to enter, or at least a meaningful fight card that people should be excited about to enter back into the boxing game. Now, on top of that, he just signed two brothers, and one is a 2016 U.S. Olympian. His name is Carlos Balderas, and his brother Jose. So big look from Ringstar Sports. As you can see, they're just happy, you know what I mean? It's the brothers, I guess their other brother, and they've signed to Richard Schaefer, officially signed professional with Ringstar Promotion alongside my brother Jose. Time for a new chapter. All glory to God. Fresh out the Olympics, they didn't get gold or anything like that. Fresh out the Olympics, and he's already turning pro, just like Michael Connellan, just like Shakur Stevenson probably, and Clarissa Shields going to be on the Ward Kovalev card. So these Olympians are wasting no time, and I like to see that. As you can see, he's with Clarissa Shields meeting the president, so he has some good experience. A lot of people, you gotta look at it like this: to enter the Olympics, no matter what you place, you have to have a level of talent. You know what I'm saying? You have to be good, because you don't make it that far off of being whack. So I haven't really seen much or studied, but I do know just from former Olympians, I mean, it takes a talent level. You can't just be some bum and then all of a sudden make it to the Olympic team. It really doesn't work like that, you know what I mean, meeting the president. So either way, very good experience as an amateur standout, and I like to see that. I like to see Richard Schaefer, his promotional company, come together. That's just one more promoter that could work with Lou DiBella and Al Heyman. Oh, they could work with Al Heyman aside from Lou DiBella to get these fights on and cracking, right? And this is what I like to see. Again, I'm going to do my research on Balderas to see, you know what I mean, exactly what he looks like and his fighting style, because I haven't done enough research, but he's fighting the fighter from Japan. And his brother Jose posted a couple pictures. That's them signing the contracts. It's official, just turned pro alongside my bros. Big thank you to Richard Schaefer. Can't wait till we fight. So they'll probably early 2017, maybe February or March, they'll probably be fighting. And again, that's what I like to see. Richard Schaefer handling business, getting it done. Ringstar Sports. First card happens in December. Abner Mares, Jesus Cuellar. Let me know what you guys think. I know Goldenboy has to be a bit perturbed because they know Richard Schaefer, the power of him. He was able to put together some massive fights while he was in office working with Goldenboy. Lucas Matisse versus Danny Garcia, Floyd, Canelo, those were all under him. Lamont Peterson and Matisse, he did a lot of big fights that year, 2013 I want to say it was. So they know how good Richard Schaefer is. I remember, I think it was Floyd versus Canelo. Floyd badmouthed Oscar De La Hoya, and he was like, yeah, Floyd Mayweather, he'll work with Golden Boy because of Richard Schaefer. Richard Schaefer, he's the real Golden Boy. He's the Golden Boy to me. And he took a jab at Oscar. So he was basically saying Richard Schaefer is the one getting it done. And you might have to agree with that, because Oscar De La Hoya at that time, he had like a troubled past. He had that's when the fishnet and the rehab and all that stuff came out around that time. You know what I mean? And his number one cash cow, Canelo, he had to miss that particular fight versus Mayweather, the biggest fight of Canelo's career to date. He missed it because he was in rehab. So I wonder what Golden Boy's thinking. Their biggest star, I'm not gonna say he's losing star power, but people want to see him fight Golovkin, right? And then you got a lot smaller cards, Friday night fight cards, and Mauricio Herrera versus Pablo Cesar Cano. No one really even talking about that fight. A lot of you guys probably didn't even know that was going on. David Lemieux just fought a guy we never even heard of, things like that. So I wonder how Golden Boy is going to compete with this particular move from Richard Schaefer. He's trying to come into the business in a big way. And Golden Boy actually just signed somebody. I got to look up who they signed again, but they just signed someone recently. So it's going to be good, because I want to see all these companies compete with each other to make the best possible fights. And that's how it should be. That's what competition is. You sign this good fighter, we're going to sign this good fighter. You know what I'm saying? And who could put on the best cards. So hopefully the promoters get competitive just like the fighters. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off.